Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's about 4:45 on I don't even know what today is, a Sunday. I'm on Sukhumvit Soi 34. No, I'm sorry. I'm on Sukhumvit Soi 36. I'm overheating. I've been out walking around for about 3 hours. This is the IDEO Q building. There's one of the two towers on beautiful 36, but I am going to take, there's a little shortcut. Let me get on the other side of the street here and cut over to Sukhumvit Soi 38. And then walk back towards the Prompong. I am overheating. Thang La BTS. And there's the IDEO Q. Yeah, I just did a video on this area. I'm going to wrap it up by walking back and showing you a little bit of Soi 38, and then calling it a day. Usually when I start getting the names of the BTS stations wrong, somebody's telling me I've been out in the sun too long, even though the sun's going down. But I've been out since about 1. Out filming around. Oh, let me give you a little peek in here. I walked by on the other video, but the gate's always closed. This is Sukhumvit Garden Village, and it's just a series of homes, but a gated community in Thang La. I can't imagine what it costs to buy or even rent a home in Thang La in a gated community. Just a regular condo is pretty darn expensive. But coming up, Sukhumvit 36, it goes Soi 1, 2, 3. Here's 3, and then right here across the way, it's just AP. But this will take us over to Soi 38, which is straight ahead. It's kind of an interesting, quiet street. Something is over there. I'm not sure if we'll find it today. I can't remember how far down the street it is. It's a Scandinavian embassy. I can't remember which. And here's the Rhythm Sukhumvit. It's saying it's Soi 38. So we've made the switch. But you're actually closer, I would say, if you walked out that way on Soi 36. To the Thang La BTS. I've walked down this street maybe once. I don't remember this little side area, but we're going to check it out. Nice little apartment building there. Huh. I don't remember this at all. Oh man, a whole nother street I need to check out. That's what happens. I like these apartments. I'm guessing this is also part of Soi 38. That's how it rolls. There'll be 4 little streets that are all 38. It's a nice home. It looks like a soccer field, or they're tennis courts. Okay. And this is a pretty quiet street, mostly just big, huge homes. I think that's over on the main Sukhumvit 38. So it's like the construction going on down here. This is how they get the guys around town. The construction workers, they'll take them to the wherever, the main train stations and bus stops. Huh. For rent. Looks like a no-frills place. The number 15 apartments. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with these just older apartment buildings in some of the best parts of town. If you can find a nice clean one. Huh. Balcony's 3 times as large as mine. Little swimming pool off to the left. Has water in it, check. And they're working on something here. International Kindergarten. I say kindergarten, maybe you say kindergarten. I'm sure hoping I can go off to the left here and hook into the main Soi 38. Cambridge English Japanese immersion. Check. School schedule. 8:30 arrive in the morning, outdoor free playtime. 9:30 toilet routine and snack time. 10 o'clock circle time. 10:45 class time. Writing, PE, Thai, Montessori, pool, Reggio Emilia approach. Phonetics, all right. Pick them up at 2:30. And they're working hard on this Sunday afternoon. Hi. Swim school. My swim school was on Camp Pendleton. I had a Lance Corporal toss me into the deep end. I could swim a little bit. I wasn't the greatest swimmer, so I don't remember. Somewhere around age 10 or 11, I went to Las Pulgas on Camp Pendleton, and they had I guess it was ran through the Boy Scouts or YMCA something, but it was on Camp Pendleton, and yeah, he tossed me off the 30-foot tower into the deep end, and I became a pretty good swimmer pretty fast. That's probably child abuse today, but he just kept yelling at me something about being a devil dog. Texaco wine. Oh man, I hope this winds back over to the 38. It's still nice to see this little area, but my knee is giving out on me. Huh, this is kind of cool. Just kind of drive up to your townhome. I'm wondering, yeah, this probably goes back over to Soi 36. Yeah, there it is right there. Yeah, this is cool. Another older building. Here's a Church of Joy. The 38 Mansion. What is that down below? Little restaurant. Bacon and eggs. It's called the Little White Daily. Oh man, I'm going all the way to the end of this thing. I could probably cut through that 38 Mansion and pop out over on the other 38, but I'm committed now. Looks like some construction's going on down there on another high rise. And I'm starting to think I'm going to get to the end of this street and there's going to be no way to go off to the left. Otherwise, motorbikes would be zooming through here. But let's keep my fingers crossed. Some nice homes right in the middle of the city. 15-minute walk to Thang La BTS. I'm seeing a big metal gate down there at the end. That's not a good sign. Oh, and I just asked this gentleman, can I make a left turn and get onto 38? And he said, no, can do. Thank you. So back I go. That was a long little diversion. I think this is the backside to whatever that Scandinavian embassy or consulate. I don't know. Somebody just popped out of the little side door there as they probably saw me on the CCTV. So let's at least walk up and go over onto the main 38 for a minute. I guess I'm back here a little further than I thought. That IDOQ building, that is maybe a 10-minute walk up Sukhumvit Soi 36 from Thang La BTS. And I'll guess that is Sukhumvit over here, those large buildings behind that crane. So yeah, I'm on mailman pace when I'm walking back here, and I say it's a 15-minute walk to the BTS. I might be further back here than I I thought. And I don't know if I'll be able to get away with it. I forget what this apartment complex is called, but I'm going to take a gamble if I walk into the parking lot that I can walk out the other side. However, most of them have a gate. You got to hit the button, and we'll see. I'm going to risk it's open. Save myself about a half mile of walking. No can do. It's I guess I could like follow her in, but yeah, I'm just going to walk on back. It's an elevated garage. Okay, this is turning into a longer walk than I wanted. The rain is coming, but my Aleve is wearing off. I had to go see what was down there. It was a half-hour trip. That's the thing with Bangkok. You can't count on the streets being set up in a grid system, or you're just gonna be able to move over to the other street easily. You can see I went all the way to the end of that street to find out it does not move over. Another beautiful compound. We'll get to the other side of the street, see what this building is. The Plus 38. Looks nice. Condominium. More of the construction worker buses standing by. And this is a pretty nice residence, if that's in fact what it is. I only see Thai flags. I think that yellow flag's also Thai. And there's the Ashton on 38. Let's go up here and take a quick peek. Oh, small plates. Exotic cocktails and natural wines. The Rangoon Tea House. There's a Chinese restaurant. Chinese bistro. I don't know what this building is, if that's also part of the Ashton. Same paint scheme, I assume so. Cake, coffee, and meal. And an IV drip bar. I think I need an IV right about now. It's kind of a big deal around Bangkok. Got a hangover? Come get an IV. All right. I guess if it's good enough for athletes. This 38, if I remember correctly, I'm not going to walk the entire thing today, but you can search the channel bar on my channel, put in Sukhumvit 38, and at least one, if not two, will pop up where I did the entire street. But I don't remember seeing one 7-Eleven, which is really unusual. And this is kind of a no-nonsense Acela Apartments, and Sukhumvit is just right there. You see the green light at the end of the street. So I certainly came the long way, and I'm pretty sure that right there is the new Intercontinental up here, and I think I'm getting a little tired and hot. Like I say, I'm not going to walk down all the way, but I'll give you we'll go down to that Ashton. Way at the end there, right there is the Room. Huge building at the end of 38. And I showed you the back end of whatever that consulate. Can't remember. It's kind of like the ambassador's residence on one side, and all right, maybe I'll walk up there. Just can't remember how far up it was. I'm curious. What's this? This is the backside to that Thai building. The Morph 38. All right, so it's not the Ashton. That's the Morph. But you cut in there to go to the Ashton. It's behind the Morph. Big empty lot on the other side. Yeah, maybe we're coming up to that embassy or whatever it is quicker than I thought. Somebody did pop out that back gate, and they were eyeballing who was walking around filming back there, so they're probably looking at me right now. And maybe I'll cross over to not shake anybody up. I still can't tell what it is. I gotta walk over there to be able to read that sign. The Royal Norwegian Embassy. Roger that. Another kindergarten. Okay, I am going to turn around. So down there, I'm just going to assume that is the Norwegian ambassador's residence. That would stand to reason. But I could be wrong. And this is a hotel, the Sacha. So there you go. Let's double back to where I started, and then I'm going to take you back to Tongla BTS, and I'm going to go have some dinner. Sunday roast. So where that orange truck is turning out, that is where we started the look at the main 38, the Acela Apartments. Yeah, this is a super quiet street, but again, it has that Tongla name attached to it, so that just doubles and triples the price oftentimes. Well, there's something large going on behind those big steel gates on both sides of the road. But from here to Sukhumvit, it's looking pretty quiet. I think I timed it just about right. It's starting to sprinkle. This, I don't know how you say that, Kyrgyzstan, Bangkok, Porsche. It's up here on the right. They have some interesting cars on display, race cars and other things they're selling. All right, we got something else going on here. Oh, it's opening up. Or at least I heard some rattling. Again, probably looking at me on the CCTV. Although for the most part, I've never really been yelled at if I'm pointing the camera towards a security guard, which I try not to do, and he kind of gives me a stink eye. Well, I just move the camera away, and that's usually the end of that. No conversation needed. Now, this is the Prakanong Baptist Church, which is interesting because it's not in Prakanong, so maybe it moved here. Oh, and this is the side entrance to the Siri, which, yeah, I guess it's still part of Soi 38. It's just tucked away back there. Yeah, where are we? Tongla. So the next station is Ekamai and then Prakanong. There's the Prakanong Baptist. Maybe this will give us a clue as to... Nope. It just says it's the number 2 gate. All right, keeping a low profile. Cut across. And it looks like the night shift is heading to the buses and probably heading back to where I just walked, but I'm not carrying big paint cans. What is this? Oh, it says it's the exit. The Sukhumvit Bangkok Hotel and Spa, is that correct? I don't know. It says an exit, but they're going in. Oh, it's the backside to that Porsche dealership. Okay. Yeah, I didn't even know they had a parking area back here. Well, I guess if you're buying a $1 million car, parking is part of the deal. I think that's the electric. Is that the electric? I never really paid attention to the sides here. Just when I'm walking down Sukhumvit, they have like a race car out front. Well, here's the race car right there. Get out of this way. What is this building? The residences. That's very close to the Thong La BTS. Here's a more old school building. And here's that race car I see every time. It's pretty nice. There goes the lottery lady. And this is it, Thong La BTS. There's the stairs. Nice little area. One of my favorite pubs. The Old English is just on the other side of Sukhumvit. You walk over here. And then if you take, where am I at? Okay, this is Soi 55 right here. So Soi 55 is the main drag in Thong La. Fancy restaurants, Thai nightclubs. I mean, everybody's welcome, but that's where, don't be surprised if a royal family security team comes walking in and escorts some younger folks to a private area. That'll probably happen here in Thong La Soi 55. So thanks for looping around the back area with me of Sukhumvit Soi 38. I'm just out looking around. If you find any value in taking a look at some of these back streets, consider subscribing. If you have not, I'd appreciate that. So we will see you later from Bangkok, Thailand. Have a good afternoon.